Welcome back to Love and Junk. I'm Laura.
I'm John.
Today we have another Airbnb review for you.
So recently we took a trip down to Florida, and along the way we stopped in a couple of different Airbnbs overnight instead of taking hotels. And one of the reasons we had our little cat Rookie with us.
That was one of the reasons, but I just like the feel most of the time. I like the feel of Airbnbs. It just feels more homey.
Yeah.
And I don't know, relaxed maybe than a hotel. Depends on what you're looking for, right?
Right.
So
the first night we stopped in Murray, Kentucky, and that Airbnb review is already up, so check that out. The second night we stopped outside of Sylvester, Georgia, and there's a place called the Outlaw Cottage, and it is hosted by Michael, and it's called the Outlaw Cottage because, well, that's his last name. He also has a YouTube channel called Outlaw Drums because also on the property there is a wood shop, an active wood shop, and he makes drums there.
that's so cool. There is a drum there too, as decoration. There's some cool, different little interesting things. I know when John went to go get us dinner, I was kind of looking around. There's lots to look at and see in this place, and that's awesome.
Yeah,
I mean, how
awesome.
many people do you know make, handmade instruments like that?
I don't know anybody.
We follow a YouTube channel, Christopher Ballinger. He makes
guitars,
and so I find that so interesting. So that's awesome.
So yeah, his YouTube channel is called Outlaw Drums. We'll include a link down in the comments as well, so check it out.
Yeah, for sure. Let's tell you, we had a heck of a day.
What's slowing me down is my thumb here. I ended up just smashing my thumb in the door of the truck.
It's April Fool's. I'm gonna see if I can get John with it.
I don't know about that. Why would you do that to us?
We had to stop. We've been on the road, 10 minutes? Yeah, Rookie did a number. Guess which number? Here we are at Buc-ee's. Craziness around here.
Very long day of traveling, and we did not get in until very late.
That was, so we meandered towards Florida. We were gone for a total of 2 weeks. We stayed for a while in Florida, and then we moved to another, and then we meandered our way back. That was the worst travel day in the whole trip.
Out of the whole trip, yeah, it was a lot.
It was long. There was a lot of detours and construction and, all that kind of stuff.
Yeah, and there were a couple of stops that I wanted to make along the way, and we got rid of those and just...
We had to.
Had to, or else who knows when we would have gotten there. But.
Right. So, to find it, it was pitch black because it took us so long, and it was one of those things where it was a residential area. There was big, huge houses, and then maybe some not so huge houses there. It was in the kind of area on the outskirts where some people have chickens and some, it was kind of a very rural, it's a neighborhood, but it felt very rural. Like people have big lots there and stuff. And first impressions was, you saw it first. I mean, kind of, because I stayed in the vehicle with the cat and John went in and opened it for us.
Oh, yeah. First impressions, it was very warm and welcoming. As we drove up, as Laura mentioned, it was pitch black. The owners live on the same property. Then there is another rental on that property, and then the cottage that we stayed in. And as we,
which is nice because, the owners are right there if you need something.
Yeah.
But they're not in the same space or, your windows aren't across from each other or, you know what I mean, whatever.
Yeah. So, not knowing what to expect, not knowing the neighborhood or anything like that, we drove in and it was dark and we're like, oh my gosh, are we in the right place? Is this where we're supposed to be? But then as you get through some trees and stuff, there were lights waiting for us. Like,
Yeah,
the
which
place
is
was lit
nice.
up with
Yeah.
kind of like string lights and stuff like that.
They had a light on inside, I think. And
Yeah,
it was nice.
So, yeah, it was easy to get into. There was a lockbox, and if I remember right, it was already set to the number, to the code, and it just opened right up.
Yeah. So you walk into the kitchen, and it felt so inviting. I think it just did in general, but also after a long day. That's one of the reasons we like, when we can, to stay at an Airbnb. It feels like you're going home. It's not your home. It's almost like visiting somebody and staying with them, kind of, you know. I had this feeling that I was staying at like my aunt's house and she wasn't there or something. It was super comfortable, which is what I love about Airbnb stays. This one was the most comfortable feeling, I think, in the majority of Airbnbs we've stayed at ever. It was it felt very much like, you know, make this your own while you're here. Do your own thing. I loved that there was a blanket waiting for me, because I am a curl up and watch TV with a blanket kind of girl, so those little touches were appreciated. And right when we walked in, there were lemon bars, lemon brownies waiting, and that didn't hurt our feelings at all.
Heck no. And I gotta say, those things were amazingly delicious. So we were very thankful for that, especially for traveling, you know. It's nice to have some stuff.
Little treat.
Yeah, a little treat. As you walk in, the kitchen's right there. There's kind of a stainless steel island, and you know, there was some stuff there. But the kitchen was fully equipped.
Right?
You know, you had coffee maker, dishwasher, everything you needed.
I have to tell you, we used nothing in this place. We really didn't, because we got in so late and then we left early in the morning. So we didn't use anything, I don't think, but the coffee maker, but it was all there if we wanted to. When you walked in, I loved the layout too. The bedroom that we stayed in was to the right. There was like a little hall with a room that was blocked off, and then another room, a huge room that had a really nice sized TV. It had a couch at the end of the bed, which I really liked, because, you know, for putting on your shoes, taking off your shoes, whatever, it was kind of nice. We sat there for a little bit in the morning trying to, you know, wrap our mind around what we were going to do for the day and whatever. And there was a big, huge closet in that room, which I really liked. The TV was nice. The bed was comfortable. All the linens were right there. It was great. And that was on one side of the house. And if you go back through the kitchen, there's a living room.
Yep.
And then a second bedroom to the back of the living room, and then a rear, like a back door to get out to outside. We didn't even use the second bedroom because it was just the two of us, so we just kept it closed so the cat didn't go in there or whatever.
Right.
No sense in somebody having to clean something for him.
Absolutely.
And then through the living room, straight ahead was laundry and a closet, and then the bathroom. For sure.
It was a nice house, nice cottage. Through the living room, there was a door that led to like a screen porch on the outside, and there was I don't know if it was a hot tub or like a soaking tub, like a big.
On this side?
Yeah.
There was?
Yeah, like
I
a
didn't
round.
even see it.
Like a round, like a portable, or, you know.
Oh, yeah.
Not like a built-in hot tub, but you know, like those ones we've seen, we consider getting them or something like that before. But so I don't know if it's a hot tub or a cold tub. The descriptions are probably in the listing, which we're going to include in the comments. But it's very nice to have that option, and I really didn't even know that was there until taking photographs the next morning.
Well, and one of the reasons that we chose this place is because of the photos of the outside. In our minds, we were like, we're going to be on the road all day. Then come 5 or 6 o'clock at night, we'll get off the road. We'll have a leisurely dinner, and then we'll be back to our place by 7.
Yeah, we'll be outside.
Yeah, it'll still be nice. So we'll hang out outside and talk about the day and the plans for tomorrow, and then, you know, watch some TV and go to bed. Heck no. It was like 10 o'clock at night before we even got off the road.
Yeah.
So we didn't get to use any of the stuff outside, but it was very park-like. If you check out the pictures and the videos, very park-like. In the morning, John was kind of loading stuff, and I was taking some more pictures, and looking at all we had missed out on. And I thought, man, that would have been really nice. And that is what I said that I wanted. I wanted a place that we could hang out outside because we can always do that at home.
Right.
So.
Yeah, so it's unfortunate for us that we were only there the one night. We would love to hang out and
have used all those.
Yeah, used all the stuff and
yeah.
checked it out. It was pretty cool in the morning when I was getting my coffee ready. I heard this knocking and I'm like, what is that?
Oh, yeah.
And it seems like there was this, or it didn't seem like, there was this little bird that kept coming to this tree over by the window, and then I don't know if it saw its reflection or what, but it would come out the window and just kind of peck at the window a little bit.
And it kept coming back and kept coming back.
Yeah. And by the marks on the window, I think it might do that all the time.
Yeah.
So it was pretty cool. I tried to catch it on camera. If I did, you'll probably see a clip of it.
It was only in the morning. It wasn't a nuisance. It was very cute.
Yeah.
Okay, so here's a knock.
Okay.
The only knock, which is not against the cabin necessarily, but we were exhausted. I think you get the tone. We were exhausted and just done. And we had a bad food day.
Yeah.
Every place we had stopped, there was something wrong with our food or it just wasn't enjoyable. And we just thought, let's just get there. It's already late. There's got to be a McDonald's or a Subway.
Yeah, we were going to eat anything.
Yeah, and you can't be picky, but there's going to be something open, and there wasn't.
Yeah, and I checked online before heading into town. So this cottage is outside of Sylvester, Georgia. And it probably took me, 10 minutes or so to get into town and then a little bit more just to kind of drive through and see what was there. But when I checked the internet beforehand, it said that McDonald's was there and it was open 24 hours. So I go there and I drive by and the sign lights out, the outside lights are off, but the inside light was on, and it looked like the drive-through lights were on. So I came around and I sat there for a minute, and nobody ever came and took my order. So I was like, okay, I guess they're closed.
And this is about at 10 o'clock at night or so.
Yeah, and I was like, oh, maybe we can order Domino's. Domino's was closed. All the fast food restaurants were
Subway,
closed.
yeah.
So I went to gas station and we ended up eating gas station food.
Which it worked, but after the day we had, it was really disappointing.
Yeah.
It was fitting though for that day. So I guess our advice to you would be to not trust the internet as far as what's going to be open, or maybe call.
Yeah.
Or go the other direction. You said there's a bigger town the other way.
Yeah, Albany, Georgia was kind of heading back the other way. It was towards the west of Sylvester, and it's a bigger city, and I'm sure you can get whatever you want from there. But as far as that night goes, I wasn't looking forward to driving any further. I didn't even really know anything about anything. I did find out coming back through town, heading back to the cottage, that there is a diner in town, and it did look like there were people in there, so it probably was open.
But also one of those things you never know with a diner. Are they just serving, did they close at 10 and everybody's just eating what they had already got?
Right.
And, So anyway, that's our only knock about the place, and that's not really about the place. We're just letting you know if you intend to stay at the cabin. Call ahead or plan better than we did, for sure.
I gotta say, I think that was probably the most comfortable bed that we had on the trip.
Yeah, I think so too. And the pillows, everything. The setup. It was my favorite layout. We're traveling just us and our kitty cat, but if you had kids that need to go to bed, or you want to be separate from another couple or whatever, the bedrooms are far apart from one another. You have an early riser, they can be near the kitchen and somebody else can be back off in the other room. And both of the rooms were good size. One's bigger than the other, sure, but they're both very good size. So the shower was nice and hot. I have no complaints at all.
Seemed like a very quiet area. If you just wanted a weekend away, check it out. It seemed really nice.
For sure. So we hope you're enjoying coming along on our road trip. We love doing Airbnb reviews, and we're going to be doing so many more of them. We love a good unique stay. versus staying in a hotel. So we've stayed in a bus, we've stayed in a yurt. We're
Yeah.
gonna be doing some more of those kind of things. So if you have a suggestion, or if you have an Airbnb that you want us to come visit, let us know. Our contact information is in the comments of this video. That's also where you can find links to subscribe to all of our channels. Come find us on Instagram if you haven't already. Love and Junk with no D. And I think that's all we have for today.
Yeah.
All
That's
right,
it, guys.
Thanks for watching.
Bye.
See you later.